What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we will be recapping the quarterfinals of the WBC and previewing the semifinals of the WBC. But before we get into that, I want to make sure that you guys are liking this video and subscribing to the channel so you do not miss out on any other videos that I drop for the remainder of the WBC or the entirety of the Major League Baseball regular season. Share this with any baseball fans that you may know so they will stay up to date with all baseball news this year. Before we get into the preview, I want to make sure that you guys are also liking and subscribing to the rest of the shows on the network. We've got tons of shows that cover tons of sports. CTC, Carl Talking College, gives you everything you need to know about college basketball and college football. March Madness is around the corner, so make sure you tune into that. He actually has a bracket show today, so make sure you tune into that. We've got RBO, Real Ballers Only. That's with Vaughn. That's an NBA show. And then we have uh, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. That is a fantasy football show. He gives you all the news throughout the season that's going to be coming out. And also we have Unfazed with Joe and AJ. That is two of the top debaters in the Refuse to Lose community. They got their own show, so make sure you tune into that. That's always great. We've got In the Red Corner. That's a boxing show. That is with Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. Everything you need to know about the boxing world. Tune into this show, one of the hottest shows on the network. And then we've got Dave's Doghouse, which is a show that um, gives you the highlights and the lowlights of the sports world. No matter what you do, you can do something good. You can be roaming around in the yard. And if you do something bad, you will be in the doghouse. And then we have Zero Sports Talk with Griffey. That is a show that will be covering all sports. So make sure you tune into that. And last but not least, we've got the main show, Refuse to Lose. That's with Joe, um, Dave, and Tomo. That goes live every Monday and Thursday at 7 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune into that. Uh, they are pretty much the sports center of the network, covers everything in the sports world, good, bad, ugly, in between. So make sure you tune into that. Now that that is done, make sure you guys are liking those videos and subscribing to the network so you stay in touch with all sports news throughout the year. We get into the first quarterfinal game, DR versus Korea. This was not a game. This was pure dominance by the Dominican Republic lineup and team. From the very first pitch, Christopher Sanchez delivered a great game on the mound. Um, really, really attacking the zone and pitching with a lead where he had from the very first inning. Um, DR wins 10-0. Tatis Jr. continues to have a great tournament, going 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Vladdy Jr. is also having a good tournament. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs. Machado, the captain of the DR team, goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Caminero picks it up after his little 2 game slump, going 2 for 2 with an RBI. And Austin Wells, El Gringo, hits a home run with 3 RBIs. DR advances to the semifinals, and to determine who was going to face Team DR in the semis, we've got USA versus Canada. USA ends up winning this game 5-3. It was a very close game. It was a 5-0 game until the 6th inning, and then Canada put up 3, and they couldn't execute in with runners in scoring position. They had plenty of opportunities. Shout out to the USA pitching for doing what it took to get out of those jams that they worked into. But ultimately, Canada's late inning rally was not enough. Bryce Terang goes 2 for 3 with an RBI. Schwarber goes 1 for 4 with an RBI. Bregman goes 1 for 4 with an RBI. And PCA continues the hot streak. He goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. So we have a semifinal matchup of Team USA versus Team DR. I will give you my winner later on. Then we've got Italy versus PR. Italy ends up winning this game 8-6. They came out in the very first inning and put up 3 runs. Um, Seth Lugo did not look like himself at all. This was his worst start of his career. He has never gone under an inning pitched of baseball in his entire career. He's been a very reliable pitcher for the Kansas City Royals and for Team PR as well. He was quote unquote our ace after Jose Barrios went down with the inability to get insurance. Um, but yeah, Italy won this game 8-6. Vinny Pascantino goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. Andrew Fisher goes 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Dorazio goes 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs, and Jack Caglione goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. Team PR, they fought really hard with their lack of star power in that lineup, not having Correa, Baez, and Lindor really let them down. They only put up 15 runs in pool play in all 4 games, and they came up short. Last out was Eddie Rosario flying out to the warning track with a guy on. So they fought really hard. I'm really proud of this group and going out there and showing people what Puerto Rican baseball is all about. So proud of them. Can't wait to see them in 3 years and what team they come out with. And we got, to me, was the best game of the quarterfinals. I was saying it once these matchups were announced. We had Venezuela versus Japan. Venezuela wins this game 8-5, shocking the reigning champions of Japan. Uh, Came out early. Ronald Acuna Jr. hits a home run, very first at bat of the game. And then in the bottom of the first, Shohei Ohtani answers right back with a home run of his own to tie up the game. That was the first time in MLB history, well, in a game, because this isn't the MLB, that we've had former MVPs both hit leadoff home runs from Acuna and Ohtani. So that was pretty cool. If you didn't watch this game, I advise you to go rewatch a condensed version of it or sit down and watch the entirety of the game, because this was an absolute masterclass. Instant classic, great performance from both sides, just great baseball. Um, Michael Garcia goes 2 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Ezekiel Tovar goes 3 for 4. Gleyber Torres goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Willie Abreu had the swing of the night with a 3-run home run in the top of the 6th inning. Great at bat by him. He fouled back a pitch earlier in the at bat, and it was a high fastball. And the Japanese pitcher saw that. He tried to go back to that, and he put it up on the third deck in Miami, 407 off the bat. And then Acuna goes 1 for 5 with that solo home run to lead off the game. Like I said, man, this game was an instant classic. Definitely lived up to the hype. I'm really, really excited about these semifinal matchups. We've got USA versus DR and Italy versus Venezuela. On one side, you got exactly what we thought was going to happen. And then on the other side, it's 2 kind of Cinderella teams. Nobody really picked Venezuela to beat Japan unless you're me and you go back to like a month ago when these brackets were announced. You said, hey, Venezuela will shock the reigning champions, Team Japan. If you paid attention to that, thanks for tuning in. If you didn't, make sure you tune in. I'll be dropping gems. But to pick winners of these semifinal games, we've got Paul Skeens going up against the Avengers from the DR. I'm gonna have to go with Team USA. USA will win this game because of Paul Skeens pitching, and the offense is finally going to wake up. I think this game is going to be the game where we see 10, 12 runs from Team USA. And Team DR has been tearing the cover off the baseball, but they have not faced the caliber of pitching that they're about to face tonight in Paul Skeens. So I got Team USA advancing to the finals from that side of the bracket. And between Italy and Venezuela, I've got Venezuela winning that with a USA-Venezuela final. That Venezuela Italy game is going to be a great game. Both offenses are elite, in my opinion. They both swing for power. They can hit the ball out of the park. They can get contact, get base runners. They play good baseball. So I can't wait for that. It's going to be great. Make sure you tune in to some great baseball. If not, you're missing out, man. And I will be back to recap those games possibly Monday night. But again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And till next time, peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.